Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV in Nelson County. I'm Kenny Fogle, your host. Glad you could join us again tonight. We'll talk a little bit about, well, coming up this time of year, it's always cold, Christmas coming around the corner. And the Bardstown Rotary Club has a program called Coda Kid. And we got the chairperson for the Coda Kid project here with us today, Mr. Brent Smith. Brent, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kenny.
Before we get into this, let's talk a little bit about Brent Smith now.
Yes, sir.
Now you're working here in Bardstown,
Yes,
Kentucky
sir.
Farm Bureau, right?
Yes, sir. I'm an agent with Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Been there with them for 2 years. So, been actually an agent in, as far as in Kentucky for about 6. So, But actually my office is down on Highway 245. So, across from before the hospital there. So. Yeah,
okay, well, so that's what you do on your day job.
That's what I do on the day job. Right.
Now, you move into something like, what attracts you to get involved with like the Rotary Club?
Well, I always, just personally, I like to, try to find organizations to be a part of where I can give back to the community. And, I used to work there with Jim Hagan at State Farm, and he was always
God
a part
bless
of it.
you.
I know. So, Jim was always a big part of Rotary Club, and that always, kind of inspired me to want to be part of that club. And I knew a lot of the background and a lot of the good things that the club did. So, for me, that was real important to not just be a part of some networking organization, but to be part of a club that's actually making a difference in the community. And Bardstown Rotary Club definitely does that. So.
Okay. And you took on the chore of being the chairperson for the Coda Kid. Now, is that what's going on there?
All right, so we got the 34th annual Coda Kid for Bardstown Rotary. So this is an exclusive Bardstown Rotary fundraiser that we do. We are in full swing collecting coats. So we are we have several drop-off locations that we'll discuss, but we're right in the midst of everything, getting coats collected, taking in donations from Knights of Columbus, graciously donated a large amount of coats, and so we've got those dropped off. Kenny's Cleaner, they've actually gracious enough to be able to actually clean all of our coats.
Because you're not always, these are all not new coats. I mean,
No. These aren't all just new coats. So these we're collecting. If someone has a new coat, we'll take that as well. But most of these that we're collecting from the public are going to be used coats, and each one of those coats we're going to take to Kenny's Cleaners, and they're going to clean those for us. And then we'll have a day that we'll talk about that. We'll actually have a disbursement day where we have the public can come in and we'll disperse the coats.
So if somebody, now I know obviously you want a coat that's in reasonably good shape. I mean, but it will be cleaned by Kenny's Cleaners. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you again, I know we mentioned some drop-off points. There's places where people conveniently can drop a coat off if they want to get.
And what I'll do is kind of go through some of the drop-off locations here, just so everybody knows, where they can go. So Clark Jewelers, that is one of our locations. My office out there on Farm Bureau West on 245, they're across from Handy Food Mart. That's one of the locations. Obviously, Kenny's Cleaners, you can drop off there as well. Maywood Chevron, they're a drop-off location. PNC Bank, Kentucky Standard, all of the Town and Country Bank locations. Carla Smith, the mortgage loan officer there at Town and Country, she's actually a co-chair with me as well, so she's helping orchestrate all this with me. So her locations there, you can be dropped off. And then West Banco, formerly your community bank, you can drop off at that location as well. So what we're doing, and another thing too, Kenny, that we're also doing is collecting donations. So Coda Kid not only is a way to collect used coats to disperse to the ones that need them, but we're working with the family resource centers of the Bardstown school systems and the Nelson County school systems. So those family resource people are getting a list from their schools of the kids that they know that need new jackets, and they're giving us the sizes and everything. So it's kind of a two-phase thing. We're also doing the used coats, but then the Bardstown Rotary are taking some donations and also donating our money as well to buy new coats for all of the kids that are in the school system. So every kid that the list that we get from the Bardstown City Schools, from the Nelson County school systems, we're buying those children all brand new coats. So just so that they know that.
Well, that's wonderful. Like I said, cold weather's not here yet, but they expect it any day now. And
it's coming.
The coat's pretty important, especially for a youngster that may not have one.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is it's really important for us to make sure that there's families that just can't afford a new coat, and they may have a coat, but that child may have outgrown that coat.
Yeah.
So and it doesn't fit the child properly, and not to mention having to go to school with an old coat or something doesn't quite fit right. So
that Dolly Parton coat of many colors is not doing over real well.
No. So this is an awesome project, and a fundraiser, and for the community out there, anybody that would like to donate money, that would be fantastic as well, because every penny of this money is going back into purchasing coats. So once we fill our order from the school systems, buy those new coats for those children, we're going to disperse out to the community the used coats that we've had clean. And then after that, once we have our disbursement day, then all the other coats are going to go to St. Vincent de Paul. So we'll donate those coats, and then they'll
it all stays in the community quite a bit.
All staying right here in the community. Good. So, and it's a great thing. Like I said, the cold weather's coming, and we could use all the help from the community that we can get to help start gathering these coats and start making some donations to where we can.
Now, is there a cutoff date for when people need to get these in?
Absolutely. Let me reference my cheat sheet here. So our cutoff date is going to be November the 25th, that Friday. So I'll be going around to all the different drop-off locations, picking up these coats. Got to get them out to Kenny Cleaner so he can get those clean.
Right.
And then we're going to have the coat distribution day is going to be on Saturday, December the 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Bardstown Board of Education. Okay, so that's where we'll actually be handing out the coats. Okay.
Well, like I said, it's a super worthy cause, because cold and flu season's right upon us right now, and we'll try to keep these kids healthy and warm. Absolutely. If nothing else, kind of hard to go to school when you're shivering. So it's a great thing you're doing, no question about that. I'm glad you took this project on. So
absolutely, and big thanks to Bardstown Rotary Club for they've been doing this for 34 years. So that's this is my first year co-chairing this. So I'm definitely not taking credit for what a wonderful project this is. And also, too, just give another big thanks to the Knights of Columbus, because I met with Ken Berry, and he had 2 huge bags of coats, and that helped out a lot. So I just want to thank them again.
All right, well, Clark Jewelers, Farm Bureau West, Kenny's Cleaners, Maywood Chevron, PNC, Kentucky Standard, Town and Country Bank, West Banco. If you can't find one of those locations, then you're not looking. So, but if they may want to get a hold of you, they can call you out at your office.
I tell you what, if anybody needs to get a hold of me to donate coats, to donate money, anything like that, you can call me on my cell phone. That phone number is 502-349-3595. So you can call me on that number anytime, and if you have some coats at your office and you just can't get away to drop them off, I'll come pick them up.
Absolutely.
So we greatly appreciate anything that anybody can do for us. So.
Well, it's a great project, and like I said, I know it takes some time, and when you're dedicating yourself to the community, it's a labor of love, I guess you'd say.
That's right. It's a good thing. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
All right, Brent Smith here with the Bardstown Rotary Club Coat a Kid, and again, we want to coat all the kids. We don't anybody who want cold this year.
That's right.
So if you've got one of these locations, or if you need more information, give Brent a call, and he'll point you in the right directions. Thank you for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you all for sticking around. Again, let's get everybody coated this year. So help out, and we'll all come out a little bit better. So stick around. A lot more to come here on Channel 6 Community Focus right after these messages on Channel 6, your Central Kentucky TV station.